George Bush kidnapping.
Now watch this drive.
What a name for a video game. This game actually is kind of just a retexture of another game called Quest for Saddam, but it just wasn't as interesting and I just didn't feel like playing it. The other game is exactly what you expect, just kind of boring. So I didn't bother capturing footage of it, and I didn't bother playing either of the other two games made by the development studio Quest for Hussein or Quest for Al-Qaeda, just because I couldn't get the other two games to fucking work on anything. Side note, eDuke32 needs to get its shit together because I couldn't get either of those games running, and I did everything that they said to do and it still wouldn't work. Anyway, this game is something to fucking behold. Immediately the first thing that strikes out to me is that the UI is completely broken, I assume thanks to Windows 11. Everything is moved slightly far to the right, so all the information on the right side of the screen is cut off, and it leaves my footage looking really fucking weird. The game also has blaring fucking music throughout every single level, and thankfully each time it's a new song, but it is extremely loud. There's only, from my count, 4 fucking guns in the entire game. Painfully pathetic AK-47, an even worse chain gun, a slightly okay shotgun, and a ridiculously impractical grenade launcher. Seriously, half the deaths that happened to me happened because this fucking grenade launcher caught under my foot and killed me. There's not that much here. There's only one enemy type, and the only thing that you have to do at the end of the game is kill George Bush, who's like a hilarious cherub. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. And I couldn't finish the fucking game. The game completely bugged out the last door and wouldn't let me leave. So I was literally just stuck sitting there, and I killed George Bush, but nothing happened. So yeah, that was definitely something. I think while tonally it was an extreme bad taste, it was still fucking hilarious. The game takes itself so extremely seriously, and yet there's this loud blaring music and there's JPEGs of George Bush's fucking face everywhere. Unfortunately, the fun isn't gonna last forever because we have to move on.
Why did you choose to serve your country, sir?
Serve my country and God and my lovely wife and Jesus Christ.
Wrong answer, asshole!
Why did you choose to serve your country, sir?
Xbox. I have to preface this with that this is a real video game. Yes, the fucking US Army made a video game. Or technically the US Army in collaboration with Ubisoft, but shut up, it's the US Army. So, how's the game?
It's a piece of fucking shit!
The game does a pretty terrible job at selling you the US Army. Basically 90% of the gameplay is just taking fucking orders. Like, for instance, the boot camp where you are told by Sergeant Cardona,
Always ready!
but basically you're lectured with this annoying ass voice that just won't shut the fuck up.
Press down on the direction you must turn around and back into the ladder.
Back up!
Seriously, there is 3 missions worth of tutorial. It is wholly unnecessary. Which leads me to assume that these were just put in for people that are too incompetent to figure it out themselves. Also known as the people the government wants in the US Army. Wait, what is this bullshit? ROE violation? Are we serious? What is this shit? Pepper 'em with nice words simulator? Imagine some kid in 2005 bought this and thinks, man, this is gonna be like Halo or Call of Duty 2, and then they pop this thing in their fucking Xbox and they get ROE violation for hitting a headshot. Would you believe they made more of these? Yeah, it turns out they had a whole nother one on the Xbox 360. America's Army True Soldiers. More like America's Army Truly Terrible because it's fucking awful. This game has the dumbest combat I've ever seen of any game I've ever played. In fact, this might be the worst first-person shooter I've ever played. And I say that, and I've played Quest for Bush earlier in this video. At least in Quest for Bush, when you shoot an enemy, they fucking die. When you shoot an enemy in America's Army True Soldiers, they sit their ass right back down. What are we playing, Duck Duck Goose here? What is this shit? Now this design makes sense in a game made for small children like Chex Quest, but not here. I can't stomach any more of these. This is gonna make me sick. I can name plenty of things that are better uses of your time than playing this game. Such as playing Ghost Recon 2, watching a movie, listening to some music, ordering some takeout, and getting a fucking job. Alright, from one extremely bad game to another, it's... Something about this game just boggles my fucking mind. Let's start out with that this is an actual video game that exists. This released onto Steam for money.
This game is mostly peaceful.
Alright, well, let's just give it the benefit of the doubt. This is a side-scrolling shooter where you play as Alex Jones and everything is voice acted by Alex Jones. There's a handful of weapons you can use, a pistol, which is pretty good, a minigun, which runs out of ammo too fast, and a flamethrower, which also runs out of ammo too fast. The game structure is pretty much the exact same across all 4 of its fucking levels, and you think that would make it kind of boring and generic, and it almost does, but the game's insane content makes up for it. I do not believe that the people responsible for this game were actual supporters of Alex Jones, because it is too ridiculous. Say, for instance, the stage where you shoot America's homeless population with a fucking minigun. Or the stage where you battle Bill Clinton on Epstein's Island and... Wait a minute. Is that fucking Trump?
I'm gonna bomb the shit out of him. Hail Trump! Hail our people! Hail victory!
Maybe this game was ahead of its time, I don't know. There's a couple varieties of enemies you're fighting. You go from vaccine doctors to gay frogs to homeless people. Safe to say I wouldn't spend your money on this game. I may or may not have spent money on this game. But in terms of the games I've played for this video, this is actually probably the most sound. The game runs extremely well. It actually has proper graphics options. The art, while offensive for the most part, looks nice. All things I won't have to say for the next game I have to talk about. Do I even need to explain myself? Just look at this fucking cover art. What am I even looking at? We have Paper Mario Trump over here. Donald Duck? Iron Man? And are we fucking serious? Actually, on second thought, I'm not giving this game the time of day. Fuck you. It's literally just Mario. I'm trying to be bipartisan here, but it's literally just Mario. The only difference is that the level design, mechanics, and music are slightly worse. I guess we should move on. Originally, I was going to end this video with something fucking stupid. Something with no redeeming value, like Zog's Nightmare, or Ethnic Cleansing, or Remember the Alamo. But instead of dragging this video down with something that I would get no redeeming value from, I think we should actually talk about a game that I think is amazing, and one that is actually just as controversial. This game had so much controversy that Congressman Richie Torres wrote personally to Gabe Newell of Valve to try to get the game removed. Not to mention, its release was almost blocked by the British police. This game is Fursan Al-Aqsa, Knights of the Al-Aqsa Mosque. So without further ado, praise be to Allah, and let's kill these Zionist motherfuckers.
Fuck 'em.
Faster than light, so drop your overcoat tight and we'll go anywhere you want to decide.